Okay, we're back. Give me a moment to set everything back up because there is a lot that I need to start up every time I need to stream. Ooh, boo, boo, boo. Now, special offers from Steam. Okay, that's me. This is Irma. I really need to set up a thing to position her to a default position instead of finagling with this every single time. Yeah, that's close enough. And then, oh, yes, Ubiquity OS server. Okay, start one for me. Oh, I probably started two more. And Ubiquity is there. I can close this. Oh my god. Yeah, that's three windows of VTube Studio that don't need to be open. Okay, that's me. Where's my camera? Camera on. What happened? I had to restart in order to properly set up Ubiquity server. So, yeah, that was intended. Oh my god, coughing a lot. Okay, start all of these up. New virtual desktop and move them there. One, two, three. Okay. I need to start up a command shell, PowerShell, open 5 different consoles for literally everything. In fact, you know what? Do I need everything? No, we're not going to be talking to Jay Ison. Jay Ison. We're not going to be talking to Irma V this stream, so I am going to only have the music player and her animations. Oh, and also the VTube Studio toggles for the redeems. Can't forget about that, because I seem to always forget about that. Go project, stream, music player, bup bup, CD to here, Python dot slash main. Scripts activate and then run that. Okay. When it's dying, yeah, I'm fucking dying, bro. Stream toggle, CD here. Uh, does this need anything? No, it doesn't. Python dot slash. Oh wait, dot slash run. Yes, and then last but not least, Irma's animations. CD into here. Conda activate, personal, Vita. I need a run script just to. I need to consolidate all of these programs, man. There's too many. Python dot slash source slash VTS animator. That'll take a little bit to boot up, but I'll just leave it at those three instead of all five. Anything else I need to boot up? Timer. Like, it literally takes me 15 or so minutes every single time I want to set up for stream. Just because it's like such a chore to set all these commands though. Oh, I did not mean to start the timer. Control, pause, control, reset, edit splits, 2710 something. I don't care about the seconds. 2710 00. Okay. Can't you set up a main program that loads the sub programs? Yes, I. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, I can, and no, I can't. Because I need it. It's not as simple as just load up every single application as a sub process, because some of them are interactive and I need to um, I need to be able to interact with them, right? Some of them have TUIs and stuff like that. So a lot of my tooling, it's easier for me to run them manually so that I have access to their logs directly, as well as their actual terminals, so I can type commands into them and whatever. Also, I've just been too lazy to actually consolidate them, so there's that as well. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Ubiquity server. I don't think there's anything else I need to set up. Do you work in Blender too? What do you mean, do I work in Blender? I mean, I've only just learned Blender. UOS server, limit server. Let's just call it that. I've only just learned Blender. I only used Blender for that one debut trailer for Irma, and I haven't used it since. Because, okay, my main thing is using DaVinci Resolve for... I need to register. I don't want to show you guys. My main thing is using DaVinci Resolve for video editing, but the amount of times that I do actually start editing is pretty far in between because I need to do all the coding and stuff, make all the content before I can actually start video editing, right? Okay, there's my email. I'll just put this under my limit name, and I need to open one password because I'm not going to memorize all these passwords. New item. Ubiquity OS or server. Under... Here. Here, LCC, save. Oh my god, my cat coughing is actually getting so bad. Oh, this password won't work. Needs to have a special character. Fuck. Edit. Create new password. Symbols as well. Use. Save. Close. Paste there. Copy something else so I don't accidentally leak it. Agree. Don't receive. Create Ubiquity account. I don't think you ever told us why you named the channel At My Limit. Because I made this during my OSU days, okay? My OSU name is To My Limit. To My Limit was taken, so I took At My Limit. And At My Limit was taken, so I put an underscore on that. Gmail. Ubiquity, verify, activates. There we go. And you guys should be all good now. Okay. Ton Me Limit. I can't with you. You're done. You're done as a mod. No, but it's so like... Ever since the Discord changed how they did user IDs, back when with my user IDs, I mean, I don't want to expose myself, but it was nothing like Tommy Limit or To My Limit. It was something else, right? And then the Discord name change stuff happened, and then I had to pick one. It ended up being Tommy Limit or To My Limit. But since it's all combined together, whenever I give it to somebody, they're like, oh, Tommy Limit. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. Why'd you name yourself Tommy if your name is blah, blah, blah? I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. Go to dashboard. Here we go. Allow. Yes. Okay. So we're on our server. It detected it. It is on this IP 210. You guys can't see this because this font is so small. You always read it like Tommy Limit. Yeah. Can I zoom in, or are you guys stuck with this super small screen? Please tell me I can zoom in. Settings. Um. It might be easier to do it through the web, actually. Let me see if I can access it from their website. Ubiquity OS. Oh my god. Why is Google AI taking over everything, man? I don't know what happened, but now whenever I type into Google, the first thing it does is take me to their AI chat instead of the actual search result. Ubiquity. It's whenever I press tab. Whenever I press tab, it autofocuses onto AI mode, and then I press enter, and it sends me to their AI chat. Like, oh my fucking god, Ubiquity. Ubiquity server login. Let me switch off so I don't accidentally show. Login through the web. Web dashboard. Where the fuck is our web dashboard? You have an AI chat now? Yeah, if you type into Google, or if you just like, okay, on Google Chrome at least, on the very right side you have AI mode. Ever since they added that button, it's like, oh my god, bro. How do I log into the dashboard, the online dashboard? Whoa. Whoa, wait a second. Whoa, you guys need to see this. Hold on. Let me change scenes. You guys need to see this. Watch this, okay? Where did it go? I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna type 192.168.0.210. Watch this. Whoa, bro. That's sick. That's sick. Name your NAS Pro. All right, what are we calling this? Limit NAS. Limit NAS? I guess we can rename it later. I'm hoping we can rename it later. Next. What? Oh, sign in. Okay, hold on. Spin URL. Spin your IRL one like that? Yo, hold on a second. Hit a kickflip on my fucking NAS. Let me get a code. And then the password. Where is my one password? Ubiquity server. Go into here. Copy something else. Sign in. Hope it works. Okay, 2 off. Take you. Copy you. Yes. Close. Setting up. Okay. Hopefully that should be it. From the web interface, I can now zoom in for you guys so you don't have to squint your eyes whenever you look. There we go. Complete. Alrighty. Go to dashboard. Okay. HTTPS on this. I need to add the certificate to my system so I don't get this error. But console updating estimated 5 minutes. Well, it looks like we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to kill. NASing in style for real. Oh my god. I'm curious to see how expensive this hobby is gonna be for me since I'm going with Ubiquity. If I went with another like provider, like if I did a NAS using Ugreen or Synology, ever since Synology switched to the proprietary drives, nah man. If I did a UNAS Ugreen NAS, for example, and I just stuck with a normal router like I have right now and did all my stuff with just spare parts and whatnot, I would say the cost would maybe be a quarter than going with Ubiquity, but whatever. Splurge a little, you know? Irma's finally making me some money. We're not in the green yet, but who knows? If that BNN guy keeps donating 200 subs a stream, we might just break even. But Ubiquity, how much is this gonna cost me? How much would this cost me? I'm gonna stop the timer while this installs because it's like we're not even doing anything. I have 4 by 12 terabytes. You basically have the same amount of storage as me right now. But every single month I'm gonna be dropping 1K to buy 2 more 24 terabyte drives. I'm basically putting a fucking down payment on this shit, okay? I'm like paying mortgage for this for the next 3 months. And then by the end of it, we should have 96 terabytes of storage. That's in RAID 10. So like 96 times 2. That's basically going to be my NAS setup for basically the foreseeable future. What the heck do you need that storage for? Brother, if you knew how much storage being a content creator takes, it's insane. Plus doing all the backups for my framework is probably going to take 2 terabytes in of itself. And you'll know eventually, maybe one day. But literally, footage takes terabytes. That's the main thing. Footage takes terabytes. So this NAS is mainly for content creation and less so for AI stuff, right? I also do want to set up a lot of like archives for AI models and data sets on my actual system. So I am gonna need the NAS in order to store all of that, all the checkpoints, all the stuff onto there. It looks like it finished. The lights just started blinking. I can't connect to it. It's probably restarting right now. Who knows? It's not like there's a power button I can press or anything. Oh, looks like it's good. Crap, I already have plans for my current NAS. Yeah, buddy. If you ever get into content creation, you gotta buy another NAS. I feel like it's a rite of passage. Every single time I see like an actual like dedicated content creator that does a lot of video editing on their own hardware, think like Markiplier or a bunch of other video content creators, even content creators that just film in 4K, right? All of them pretty much have a home server with a dedicated NAS, okay? Either that or they're raw docking it with like 20 different fucking drives just splayed out on their fucking desk. Because I know people who are in the photography industry or like in the video filming industry, and even they've been doing it for like maybe 10-20 years or something, but they just have a desk dedicated to putting their drives on top of it, okay? They have literal containers of SSDs. They have stacks and stacks and stacks of fucking hard drives. And the table, all it is for is just a place to put their storage onto, okay? And whenever they need to work on another project, they pull out that hard drive or that SSD, they install it into their computer or like connect it to an external storage, and then that's what they use, right? Because if you're working with 4K footage, and I did this for my very first video when I fucked up, I had to re-encode it into 4K. When you're working with 4K video and you're doing video editing with like proxies or making optimized versions in order to make video editing smoother, it takes a terabyte per project, right? And if you want to back up those projects, in case you have like a client or you want to reference it in the future, you got to keep all that data. And so it's going to take a terabyte per video, right? I'm probably not going to save the project files, but I want to at least save the footage and like, okay, the project file, but not the proxies, right? So that's probably going to take I'm not recording in 4K anymore, so each project's probably going to take a couple gigabytes, but even then, it's going to stack up over time, right? And especially if I continue filming, if I want to film in higher quality, or if I have to film even more stuff or even like maybe live footage or some shit, right? It's gonna take a lot of storage, right? Thankfully, a lot of my videos right now, they don't take up too much storage because of compression, but I know, especially from a lot of my gameplay VODs, which I do still have, one stream may take like 15 to 20 gigabytes per stream, right? Per 3-hour stream, which is a lot, to say the least. Linus Tech Tips has petabytes, yes, because they film a lot, they have a lot of footage, and it's all in, I want to say at least 4K. I don't know if they still do 4K or if they've upped it since then, but yeah, they have 4K, right? They have a bunch of different channels, they have a bunch of different videos currently in production, and they need to be able to split it amongst different teams, right? You have multiple different editors, and it's not like they're going to be downloading the data off of the storage and into their own computers to video edit. No, they're going to need to access it over the internet, over their network, and use network proxies to edit in, say, Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, right? That's how you would normally do things, instead of raw dogging everything on a single computer. Okay. Fuck, we need to sign in again. Okay. One password. Ubiquity. Server. Copy. Paste. Burn. Copy. Paste. Remember my credentials. Copy this. Sign in. Oh my god. 2-factor authentication again. Okay, I think that's all good. There we go. My NAS caps at 144 terabytes. How many drive bays do you have? And what size are each of your drives? Because that would be like, what? 144, that would be 12 squared, right? So either you have a 12 bay NAS with 12 terabytes, or you have a 6 bay NAS with like 24 terabytes per, or something like that. Or you just have some fucked ass setup with 144 bays with 1 terabyte each. Oh god, imagine that. Okay, I agree. I agree. This is more cloud stuff, right? But you can run Ubiquity stuff entirely local, I'm pretty sure. Set up storage. Storage should already be connected, but we're going to go with RAID 10. Standard RAID configuration, that's RAID 5, RAID 5. I'm going to go for RAID 10, right? Because you could go for RAID 5, which is still kind of performant, but I would have better peace of mind knowing that every single drive has their own parity, and this is more performant anyways. So we're gonna go with RAID 10, which basically means for every 1 drive of storage, you have another drive that basically mirrors it, right? They have to be the same capacity, so all of my drives are gonna be 24 terabytes. One of those drives is gonna be actual storage, the other one is just gonna copy, right? To make sure there's a backup. And so, yes, we have one 24 terabyte drive here, and we have another 24 terabyte drive here, right? These are Western Digital ones that I bought from Ubiquity because they're the cheapest ones that I could find. And honestly, since they're Western Digital, I'm completely fine with them being cheap because Western Digital is actually pretty good. Is that all? Add drives. This is pool run, right? Gonna add it in RAID 10, and we're gonna add these 2 drives. Yes, yes. 1 drive for protection. Create. I understand, want to proceed, reformat and proceed. Okay, here we go. Wow, a development stream where I can just press buttons and that's it. A nice change of pace. You have 16 by 9. The core can hold 4 drives and it supports an external module that holds 5 more. Why 5 more? 5 is such a weird number. Oh, you probably have more slots, but you haven't used it all, have you? The better option for you would be RAID 6 eventually. If I want more storage, yes, but that's if I need more storage. Honestly, I feel like by the time I burn through 96 terabytes, by then I will have moved into another place and will probably have already bought a rack, but I will also have actual like spare funds, right? I'll have like extra money that I can spend for my day job. Because right now, I basically burned through all my savings buying this NAS, right? I have just barely enough money for food and rent by the end of this month. By the time the next paycheck comes in, I should be a little bit better. After 3 months, once I finish paying all the fucking down payments, basically, we're basically saving up money, right? The rest of the money is probably... I'm budgeting $500 a month to Irma's stuff. And then the rest of it is like personal savings plus... Yeah, basically personal savings. Let's be honest, they're going to go into the home lab. Oh god, ChatGPT is gonna put ads in their chat. Oh god. Imagine sponsored responses. Oh my god. Sponsored responses would go crazy. Okay, let me start the timer again. Resume. Fully operational. Usage capacity is using 2 gigabytes. What was 2 gigabytes being used for? What the fuck? Maybe the OS or something? Actually, no, it comes with a thing built in. It should have onboard storage in order to have the actual... Yeah, it should have onboard storage for the actual operating system for this NAS. Because all of this came with it. The drives aren't guaranteed to actually have the things on it. You have a Synology? Oh god, what are you gonna do when you want to upgrade and all you can upgrade to in terms of NASs is to the ones that only support their proprietary shit? Oh god. Control plane. How do I make use of this now? We can take snapshots, right? Snapshot limit, 4096 snapshots across all drives. We don't need snapshots. We have RAID 0. Actually, is this different from the RAID 0 snapshots? I don't think so. Backups. Select data to backup. This is if I have another NAS that I want to mirror with this one. But no, we don't have one of those. Schedule. Yeah, we don't have one of those, so it's fine. Snapshots, I don't know what that is. Oh, shared links. This is another cool thing. If I ever want to share files, I don't have to do fucking Dropbox or do some sort of sketchy shit like secure file transfer. I can just straight up use this, copy a link, send it on Discord, and then you guys can just download my files or whatever, right? If I ever wanted to do that. This is cool. I'm pretty sure you can do this with a lot of other NASs though. Services, what do we have? In order to access it, it's Unified Drive. Ew. How is this any different? It's the same dashboard. Yeah, it's the same dashboard. SMB. Fuck, what was SMB standing for again? Right, this is the file transfer protocol, I'm pretty sure. File services. File service credentials are required to mount SMB and... No. SMB is for mounting, right? Basically, we can't like SSH into this NAS. We technically could, but that's not the intended way to use it. Instead, you would mount it as though it's a hard drive, right? This is basically our network attached storage, which is literally what it stands for. We should be able to add this to our desktop as another network storage. So like here, right? Under network, we would be able to have storage and all of that stuff. So let's try and set this up. Learn to mount SMB on your desktop. Okay. You add Unified Drive to your desktop via SMB. You guys can't read this because it's too small. Your NAS fully supports WD Red and Seagate Iron Wolf drives. Yeah, because your your Synology NAS is a much older version, right? It was before they made the change. In the newer versions, though, you can only use Synology drives, and they jacked up the prices of those by like 50% compared to regular drives. All right, SMB is a network protocol that allows you to share files and resources across connected devices. It has also been used, can also be used to access unified drive content without opening the web application. Oh, we can access. Oh, okay. So I can open this and shared drive, status active, protections. If I click on this, then we can access it through the web interface through here. Okay, that's cool. And then we can upload and we can download from here. Okay, that's pretty cool. But I think it would be more useful for me if it was actually attached, right? So SMB connectivity must be enabled in the Unify drive. This can be done in Unify drive, settings, services. So Unify drive, services. Where's that? Settings, services. And this is already enabled, right? SMB is already enabled. We even have time machine backups. Sure, why not? Backups for the backups. NFS, this is... I don't know if we should be able to use SMB for Linux as well. I'm pretty sure NFS is only Windows compatible. We currently support NFS for Linux unencrypted shared drive access with other options. NFS versus SMB Linux. Okay, NFS is native, faster to Linux and simpler. Oh, no, I got it the other way around. NFS is basically Linux only, whereas SMB is compatible between Linux and Windows. I'm going to keep it as SMB because I need to use it for my Windows especially, right? Yeah, that's all fine. Setting up file service credentials. Currently, users can add file service credentials only after creating a user. File service credentials. To do this, you can go to the control plane and users, select the user, then click on the settings tab on the side panel. I might do this, honestly. Yeah, sure, I'll do this. Who knows? I might want to add users in the future. So control plane. Well, there's nothing called control plane. Oh, there is a control plane here. And then users. Looks like it might be out of date because user and admins is down here. I know that. Okay, that's my email. Control plane, full management. This is a Unify user. I don't need to make another user actually, because I already have my user here. If I want to ever add a new one, I already know to create one down here, and it would just be create new, right? Nope. It would be create new. You can add the names, make them admin or not, add personal drives, shared drives. Okay, basic stuff, right? Basic stuff. I think they tracked on that. I don't think they tracked on that. Synology proprietary drives. Did they backtrack? Compatibility list. Let's see. The current compatibility list. Let's pick the... I don't know, what's the newest one? Let's pick a 4-bay and a higher model number. So let's pick you. Catalog. Internal tray. Okay, all the compatible ones. It's only Synology. They only support Synology. Okay, let's look at the... Maybe I got the timing wrong. Let's go check out a 4-bay one with, at the very bottom here, let's say 410. Find drives. Okay, these ones are better, but when was this one released? DS410, DS410. Synology DS410. God, it's small. This one is... I don't have a date anywhere here. But you can see 2024 some videos about it. Or actually, Espen records. No, that's different. Synology. Release date. March 2010. Okay, that launched 2010. So yeah, I don't think they tracked on that at all. There's a drop-down menu. You missed it. Please select 4-bay or DS1. Oh my god. 5-bay. Okay, fuck it, man. 1-bay. Screw it. Synology. Okay, what did you want me to use to drop down? Enterprise? Oh, they're all Synology. Lust? They're all Synology. Okay, maybe benefit of the doubt. Third party. Oh, okay, they do. Okay, they do support it then. Okay. You could go with Synology, honestly. I don't know if they'll in the future do a similar stunt where they gimp the performance of these drives and make it so that their own proprietary ones are like full speed. I don't know. Either way, like Synology just even doing that stunt just broke a lot of trust for me, and I wouldn't go with them personally. Currently, users, yeah, okay. Sync Unified Drive with a Mac desktop, okay, nope. Sync Unified Drive with a Windows desktop. If you have not done it, navigate to Drives and click the Add button. So Drives, or Drives, what? Navigate to Drives and and click the Add button. The specified drive name will be used later, okay? Where do I go to? Add drives. We have here. Can I go back at all? All files. This is a drive name. Let me rename you actually to main NAS or NAS main. We can rename it later. Changing this will disrupt SMB access. All users must reconnect and resync after the update. Okay. In fact, let's give it a better name then. Because this is on my system, we'll just call this the main pool. Or we'll use all caps so it's easier for me in the future. Enforce storage limits. Nah, it's fine. Save. All admins. Sure. You can snapshot, encrypt, yada yada yada. Okay. So we have the name. Open File Explorer and right click this PC on the left hand side. So let me open this. This PC, right click, and then map network drive. Map network drive. This will be on, where should we put this? I'll keep the lower letters to be my system specific, and I'll keep the higher letters to be with the server stuff or the network stuff. So we'll call this main. Assign the letter, yep, in the folder field. Oh, in the folder field, okay. This. this, and honestly, can I use my domain name? Because I have a domain for this. I believe it's nas.irmav.lcc, and then this would be main. Let's see if this works. It would be cool if it does. Connect using different credentials. Yes, and finish. Okay, these are my credentials. I'm not going to show them. I need one password again. Save credentials. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not going to work if I'm using the domain. Right? Probably not. Yeah, okay, it's not gonna work. Let me use the IP 192.168.0.210. That isn't working. Let me quickly make a user then. Okay, and I'll use this password since it's local only. Use a predefined role, super admin, and create. Okay, I'm creating a new user that is local only. And I should be able to connect to that now. Let me try the domain again. nas.irmav.lcc. And try this password. No, it's not working. Important, once you get more drives, there should be an option about data scrubbing. You'll want that on, or bit rots might take your data. What do you mean bit rot? What do you mean data scrubbing and bit rots? What is the point of making your own server right now? Do you need it or making it ready for the future? Yes, I am making it ready for the future, right? This is infrastructure for all of the stuff that I plan to do in the future. Why this isn't allowing me to connect? Okay, well, it looks like I was just typing in the password wrong every single time. Great, okay. We have access, woo! And if I create a new folder here, call this test, and inside of here I put a new test file, call this test. Can I open you directly from here? Okay, that's pretty cool. And I say hello world. Save. Can I access this from here? Open. Okay. Okay. Can I see the contents? Preview is unavailable. Please download the file to view. Okay, let me download the file to view. I can right click download. Cool. Let me quickly hide this in case it reveals something. No. Okay. We've downloaded it. It's up here. You can't really see it because the timer's blocking it. But if I open it, boom, we have Hello World. Very nice. So, okay, this is a lot easier. But yeah, this exists in my downloads folder. And so that's fine. But I can also manage it from here. I don't want this here. Let's move to trash. Boom, move to trash. Perfect. And if I want to upload, say, a video or something, let me just make sure this isn't going to show anything bad. Okay, that just showed some Irma assets. That's okay. But let me move over to my recordings. And let me upload, say, some example footage I had earlier recording some offline stuff. Okay, I am uploading one item. Boom, we have uploaded our one item. And we can see the thumbnail of it. We can even preview it from here. Okay. Yeah, this is just me. Yeah, that's just me testing the OBS setup with the new website that I just set up, right? This was literally from earlier today. But cool, we can access stuff from here. We can preview it. That is very nice. So this is set up for my desktop here. What about for my framework, right? All right. LLT lost LTT lost a lot to that. You mean from the drives dying? Data scrubbing. Data scrubbing or data cleansing is the process of finding and fixing, removing incorrect. Oh, yes, okay. Basically like corruption recovery. And it's just basic janitor work, right? Yeah, that should be fine. Because I'm using hard drives instead of SSDs, so it should be fine. This causes bit rot. It's crucial for trustworthy insights, better business strategy, and maintaining data health. Sometimes running automatically on storage systems to correct bit rot or errors using redundant data. That's good. Is there ubiquity data scrubbing? Where can I enable that anywhere? Control plane, integrations, automatic logging, backups, storage, nothing about data scrubbing, console, push notifications. What the fuck? Oh, would you look who's back? It's BNN Schroeder with 4,100 bits.
Have a good night.
God damn, bro. 3 for 3 so far. 3 streams in a row. My god, this guy's crazy. Oh, I can turn off the LED. Night mode. Yes. Okay, I need this. Night mode from 10 p.m. That's why that light turned off. To 8 a.m. Yeah, I'll do that, honestly. Email services. What is this? Oh, that's fine. Analytics and improvements. Minimal, that's fine. Certificates. I'll want to be able to get the certificate out of this eventually. I'll figure that out on my own time because I don't want to leak my my certificates or whatever in case that's sensitive. I don't know. DHCP, yeah. Fallback IP address, yeah, that's fine. SFP, oh, that's what it's called, SFP ports. We have Gigabit Ethernet, we can shut down, we can do all that stuff, transfer ownership, factory reset. Okay. There's nothing about data scrubbing though, it seems. Enable data scrubbing. Based on searches, there are 2 different interpretations of data scrubbing. Protect timeline scrubbing. This is video review. That's not what I care. Bit rot protection, yes. If you are asking about file system data scrubbing, current status as of 2025, there is no official scheduled GUI-based data scrubbing implemented in the UEFI OS for the NAS Pro or other storage products. Workaround. It uses BTRFS, okay, which supports data checksumming, but it does not have a user-friendly scheduler for automatic scrubbing. Manual method. Users familiar with the command line can initiate a manual BTRFS scrub via SSH using the command BTRFS scrub start. Yes. That should be fine, right? Can I use Snapper to scrub? I don't think so. I don't think I saw any commands for it. Snapper data scrub. Because if I can use Snapper for that, then I can set it up on a cron job. It involves verifying data checksums to detect and correct bit rot. Yes. Best practices and considerations. Is there actually BTRFS scrub timer? Snapper handles snapshot deletion, BTRFS maintenance. Scrubbing is usually part of the broader set of automated tools, including BTRFS. Okay, wait, let me check this. Do I have this on my system? Oh, right, I need to start up cursor. My Synology auto scrubs every quarter. Okay. I'm probably also going to set up data scrubbing every quarter then, because data scrubbing is probably a very intensive process, kind of like defragmenting a hard drive, if you ever remember that. Do you still have to defragment hard drives? Or is that problem mostly fixed? I'm pretty sure you do, right? Yes, let's open this. BTRFS. What is the command? Oh wait, this is not right. This is right. Okay, let me check. It's BTRFS scrub. BTRFS scrub. Okay, we do have this. Start, cancel, limit. Set the number of scrub limits. Okay, start a new scrub on the file system or device. Okay, do we have this? Do we have this service? Sudo system ctl status of you. Cannot be found. Okay, sudo this, and we'll grep for BTRFS. Doesn't look like we got anything. Yeah, we don't have anything. In some contexts, particularly with Synology NAS, data scrubbing refers, yeah, okay, that seems very Synology specific. You heard cursor? Lux has awakened when he heard cursor. Let me see if this is actually a real thing. I'm looking to set up BTRF scrub timer using the system D. I'm looking for some clarification. Okay, so it does exist according to the... Wait. It explains I need to set up BTRFS scrub timer on each mount point. So does this mean I must create 7 BTRFS scrub timers for each of these? Scrub timer. Okay, I'm missing this package. BTRFS progs. Sudo pacman -sy. I'm assuming it's in pacman. He's AI coding. He's AI coding in his framework. He's giving control to cursor over his entire operating system. Has he not learned? RMRF. Oh my god. Okay. Do we now have the ability to start this? Enable. Or actually, let me list timers. I still don't see anything for it, but these are probably only active ones. Oh, to also load unloaded ones. Okay. 5 listed. We have a mandoc timer. None of these are what we need. Okay. Well. The BTFRS brings the scrub timer. Well, it really didn't. What happened then? Did I install the right thing? I should have. BTRFS progs. What's you doing? I'm setting up the backup solution, but right now, just setting up the NAS. Enable the timer with an escaped path. For example, this. Oh. Okay. You can use the escaped D path. Oh, okay, okay. Let's try this. I mean, judging by the fact that we couldn't see BTRFS scrub inside of the list of units, I doubt. Oh. Okay. Well, that one worked. We'll have one for home as well. Okay. And let's edit the... let's edit them. So, I think I might need, yeah, a console for this. Fuck. Let me do editor equals vim or nvim. And this will be systemd editor. Okay, what do we have here? That's the contents of this. I want this to run every quarter. So, timer, this will be on calendar. Can I do quarterly? How can I set it to be quarterly? What's the keyword here? Systemd, timer, on calendar. Wow, that told me nothing. Where is the monthly? You have monthly. Is there keyword quarter? No. I might have to set it up manually. Yearly? Year? Okay. Well, I'll just do every 4 months. What's the format for it? Enable, start, timer, on calendar, weekly, persistent equals true. For more specific dates and times required on calendar events, use the following format. Okay, on calendar. This will equal, I want it to be 4 months. So, when using the day of week part, at least one weekday has to be specified. If you want something that runs every day for 4 p.m., then you can say this. Man, I'm so rusty at making crons. Year, month, day. Cause like, how do I set up? How do I specify it can be multiple of them? Do I just comma separate them? Like, star dash. What? What do I want to do? Let's say every quarter. So 3, 6, 9, 12. I don't know if that's correct. Description, that's a monthly timer. Every month, data scrub once. me just say quarterly. This is what they have. Oh, okay. They have a comma separated like that. I don't know if this is actually true. Is this true? I guess we'll find out if it's true. Thank you, Katona, for the follow. Persistent equals true. I do want that as well. Is quarterly actually a thing? System D time. Oh yeah, quarterly. Okay, that's legit then. So this should be fine. And since it hasn't started, we can start this, right? That should be fine. This other one we need to have as this for the root. We'll edit it. Whoops. And we'll do the same thing. Timer on calendar. This is quarterly. Don't mistype, please. Quarterly and persistent. I can't type equals true. True. Persistent. 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 True. And now I should be able to start this one. Okay, let's check it. Status. Are you active? You seem to be good. What about home? You seem to be good. Okay, so on my framework, we're going to be data scrubbing every quarter. That's good. But we need to do the same thing for our NAS here. So let me first of all confirm that we do have SSH access. We have SSH access now. Create new password for SSH. Okay, you guys can't see this. All right. Okay, enable that. Sure. Okay. And I believe I should just be able to SSH into this now. So if I connect to a new host and let's add a new host, we'll just copy paste this. Instead of it being Irma framework, I don't want to scroll down too far. We'll type in a NAS, and this will be nas.irmav.lcc, and it didn't ask me for a user, so I'm gonna guess that we don't need to put a user, hopefully. I don't think so. We might need to put a user, but we'll see what it defaults to. Okay. Connect to host, NAS. Let's see if this works. Give me a prompt. Fingerprint, that's a good sign. Okay, and I can connect. This does not seem good. Linux. Okay, just asked me for my password a fuck ton of times, but it seems to be progressing. Okay, this should be the last time. This should be the last time. Nope. Okay, failed. Why is that? Because the password should be correct. Give your SSH. Okay, let's try the other password. Maybe it's this. No. What the fuck? Did I not set the password to be correct? Limit at nas.irmav.lcc. This should be the limit user account, right? Okay. No. Something is definitely wrong here. Let's use a specific user. So for user, I'm going to use the capital limit and see if this makes a difference. Because I might be trying to connect to lowercase limit and there might be a difference here. So let's, no, not that. Connect to NAS. Is it any different? Capital limit. Okay, I think that made the difference. No, it's not working. What? Give your SSH keys? Nah, man. Hello, I have half a serious question. Even if it is hard to say right now, how far see you doing the project before you are gonna... How far am I gonna be before I'm at my limit? Do you mean how long have I been doing this project before I've been at my limit? Or how long will I be till I'm at my limit? Honestly, before doing all this, I've tried making an AI VTuber several times over the last, like, I want to say 3 years. But this time, which is the actual serious time, I've been doing for the last year and a half, right? But Twitch I've been doing for the last year. Until I'm at my limit, I think we've already been past that point many times. Okay, let me try changing the password, or let me just search. SSH ubiquity NAS. Because I don't know where that lowercase limit user is coming from. That's probably just like my default Windows user, right? It's using the same username. But let's see. The debug console is a recommended method for connecting directly to the Unify console and other devices. The debug console? Where's that? You have the console. You have SSH. Where is the debug console? File activity, all files. How do I connect to this one? Console? No. Can't change this to night mode. Thank you. Oh, my eyes. Oh my god. There we go. Doesn't seem like we have a web console we can access. This requires the operational Unify OS, so if your network is down, yes, debug is also not recommended if pasting long commands in. Be sure to check the commands before you paste them. So go to System, Advanced, Debug Tools on. Okay, that's probably what I'm missing. Systems, Services, where was it? Settings, System. It's not here. What the fuck? Services, NFS, pool, no. You have a static IP set? I don't need a static IP from my external provider because I'm only going to be working with this inside of my own network. And within my own network, I've already reserved these IPs to always map to the MAC address of these systems, right? So it's not like these are ever going to change on me. I've done that with my framework. I've done that with this one. I don't necessarily have to do it with my Windows desktop, but I did it as well. Can I log in as this? Can I log in? Can I log in? That's deactivate. That's no. On the Unify, in the Unify network. Oh, in the Unify network. Fuck. I need another. I need to install something else. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Ubiquity downloads. I need another thing for this, it seems. Because this is Unify. I need something to do with Ubiquity's network, which is probably this one. No, this is an app though. These are iOS apps. This should be all in one. Unify network. Oh, you know what it probably is? It's not the NAS. It is the OS thing. The OS thing. Go open it. OS server. It'll be this. Right. I still don't know how to get to. Oh, this is it. Here we go. This is the IP of the server. And I should be able to access it from the web here. Maybe. I don't know if I can. The inform URL. Or 8080, bad access. Maybe let's try 443. No. What's the 14? Oh, fuck it. Because I just want to see how to connect to this. Because they do have a web dashboard. It's just really hard for you guys to see. My eyes. This is the router. Can I turn this to night mode, please? Thank you. Oh my god. So much nicer. But we have the network. We should be able to go to settings and was this settings? Hold on. This inside of here, settings, system, which is where? Settings, system, no, system. Okay. Advanced. Where is advanced? This is backups. No, we don't need that. Time format, NTP, interlace, professional installer, site management, debug tools on. Here we go. Apply changes. Okay. Navigate to Unify devices page and select your device. Client devices. Wait. Unify devices. Unify network. And select your device. I did you watched all of my YouTube videos, and the J. Ison part. Irma V are two different things. Irma V is the new project. Irma V is the new permanent thing. J. Ison was always the one for testing, but I always had plans to. In the back of my mind, she was always Irma V, right? It's only recently that I actually revealed her to be Irma V and gave her this new look. So this is the new official thing. Oh, here we go. Devices. Ubiquity devices and no Unify devices have been adopted. If devices are missing, ensure they are on and configured for your network. How do I add a device? Because we have the NAS here. Thank you, Tan Dude, for the follow. Topology. What is topology? Oh. I'm not going to look at that in case I leak my IP. But I should be able to... Where's my device here? I know you guys can barely see. I can't zoom in. I can't do anything about that. I should have figured out how to actually get that. Woo. Oh yeah, control plane. We have the OS server. Integrations. Console. 506. I'm not sure what to do. Hello, hello. I am not sure what to do. Because the device should have shown, but it's not showing. I don't know if this is supposed to show the NAS at all. Device updates and settings. Device auto updates. No. Customize columns. It's not showing on here. Unify or ubiquity or no. Unify NAS not showing on network. Check physical connections, verify on Unify network or devices. But is accessible on the network. Yes. Okay, this is it. New to Ubiquity, so apologies if this is obvious. I have a cloud gateway and a NAS. NAS is 2.5 gigabytes and oh, is it because I have network discovery turned off? Might be. Console network discovery was somewhere. Where was it? Storage, no. Integrations, no. Updates, no. What was it? Services? No. Not sure. On Unify OS, there's that application. Transfer ownership, compliance, fallback IP. No. Okay, I'll need to see. Let's see from this post. The NAS is 2.5 gigabytes and or 2.5G and is plugged into a 2.5G port. The NAS does not show up anything in this new Unify software apart from in client devices if you search for it. And then it shows offline. Client devices. DHCP and new clients. MAC address. What's the difference? One of them's probably like my computer, but then where would the... Where would the NAS go? Let me quickly check. Hold on a second. I need to go to my router. Okay, connect to the router. Connect to the password. Not now, remind me later. Okay, internet. Internet. No. Where the fuck are my devices on the internet? Oh, advanced. Here we go. Advanced. DHCP server, and I can show this part. DHCP server, where are there's Irma D and there's the NAS. Let's work with the NAS first of all. Here, you can have the NAS. This is the NAS, right? What did I call it? Limit NAS. Okay. Please enable fixed IP to assign a local DNS record for this device. Well, it's already there. Where the fuck is this server even running? Is this running? Oh, you know what it is? It's probably running on my... The network is running on my own local thing. Okay. And so if I actually want this server somewhere, I would need another like dedicated computer running the Unify network, and then everything would be done through there. In fact, we could probably do it for Linux, no? Because there is a Unify one for Linux. I don't know what distribution this is. It might be Debian, let's be honest. Let me see. Unify server Linux. Or Unify network. What's it called exactly? OS server? Self-hosting Unify. The Unify OS server is a new standard for self-hosting Unify, replacing the legacy network server. While the network server provides basic hosting functionality, it lacks support for Unify OS features like organizations, IDP. Yeah, that's fine. For Linux. Does this say what Linux it has to be? Debian. Maybe it doesn't need Debian. Maybe that's just for installing some stuff. This article provides the steps to install self-host Unify network server to a current stable release on a Debian Ubuntu system via apt. Well, shit. Let's see if anybody's done it for Arch, because that's what my framework is running. Containerized. Honestly, I'm fine with containerizing it. I was gonna start running Docker stuff on my own setup anyways. You download executable from Ubiquity, and you install Podman. Alternatively, the older traditional Unify Network Controller package is available for Arch users. Okay, sure. But the newer Unify server offers advanced features like organizations, Okay. I might do this on my own time, because this might be more sensitive. But it seems like right now it is my Ubiquity is connected to the Ubiquity network, right? Like the actual global Ubiquity network, as opposed to my locally running Ubiquity server here. I'm gonna add this as a client still. Let's see if this works. All networks, 1, default. Ooh, okay, it shows up as offline. Connection, wired, offline. I mean, the NAS is here, but it shows as offline, right? Okay, let's just follow this guy, because he's having the same problem as me, and I'm also new. The NAS does not show up anywhere in the Unify software, apart from client devices, if I search for it, and if I search for it, and then it shows as offline. I don't see anything else including topology. The weird thing is that it's definitely online. I can access my NAS from my netbook, from my MacBook over to Wi-Fi as normal. If I unplug the Ethernet from the back of the NAS, then unplug it back in again, it's visible on the network, but it drops off again after a few minutes. I noticed last night it was showing as connected at E speeds. So I'm guessing that's kind of a cable issue, but why would it not show in Unify software but be accessible and work as normal? I have previously observed that some devices will enter some kind of extremely low power mode that makes them drop off the client list. Okay. Just to update on this, I bought 6 1-meter UniFi patch cables prior to these issues happening, and 2, possibly 3 or 6 are bad. Not had a chance to test a third, other than to see if I had the same behavior as the others briefly. Change back to cable matters 2 meters, and all issues went away. It's a cable issue for him. But then again, he is also running it inside of the cloud gateway, which is probably also running the UNAS server, right? I guess right now, I don't need to worry about this, right? Because I don't need the UniFi network. I'm just using the NAS for now. Maybe in the future, I'll probably make a dedicated network server. But right now, I'm using the framework as a custom network server. And I'm just using the NAS as a normal NAS as opposed to a Ubiquiti NAS. Magnetizer, hello. What happened? What do you mean disaster recovery? Let's just say I nuked Irma V's entire computer and I had to do a bunch of reinstalls, and now I'm in the process of making sure I have a backup system to make sure that never happens again. So right now, the UniFi OS server you're using is acting like a router. It's like the UniFi Cloud Gateway. Yes, that's what I'm suspecting, right? This is supposed to be the actual server that connects all the devices together and is the main process that does like all of the DNS resolution, all of that kind of stuff, right? Normally this would be running in a separate actual server as opposed to my main desktop here, because this application was literally called Ubiquiti OS server, right? So this is probably the main server where everything connects to and is managed. However, I'm probably not going to make use of this, right? We've already set up the NAS, we already confirmed it works. We don't need this server. At least not until I start expanding out the my home lab to actually include like an actual gateway, a proper router that can run this stuff and all that, right? But that's probably not until a year in the future from now. I don't know, maybe half a year. I don't need that right now. That's fine. I still do need to try and SSH into this though. So, how the fuck do I do that? SSH Ubiquiti NAS, because I'm not sure what user to use and the passwords don't seem to be correct. Deutsch. Let me ask ChatGPT because I don't want to search through all this. I have a Ubiquiti NAS, the UNAS 8. I want to SSH into it to set up data scrubbing on a schedule. However, I can't seem to SSH into it. I don't have a Ubiquiti server set up. I just want to SSH into it normally. Oh, what you say is J. Eisen is now Irma V then? So the project for the easy to set up AI stuff is still going to be called Irma V. I mean, that's changed a while ago, right? That one is now called Project Vita, right? Irma V is just what you see behind me. Those two are going to be two different things. I'm still going to continue working on Project Vita, but it's gonna take a pretty different direction. It's gonna take a different direction from what I have been treating it as, but it's going to go into direction fully as what I've been saying it is, right? An easy to set up application for customizing an AI VTuber or whatever, right? It's just that I can't do that while also maintaining my own AI VTuber because they have two very different goals in mind. You actually need a Ubiquity server? Okay. Short version, you can't SSH into the UNAS 8 normally unless SSH is explicitly enabled on Unify OS. And Unify intentionally does not support unmanaged standalone SSH access to the UNAS the way a generic Linux NAS would. Here's a full picture and what is not possible, why SSH isn't working. UNAS 8 runs Unify OS, not the traditional NAS OS you manage directly. Okay, SSH does it by default. And are not Linux local users. Okay. SSH is controlled through Unify OS settings. There's no documented standalone mode. Well, shit. Maybe we do need it. We'll just quickly use the OS here to try and set up a debug session, right? I don't know if we really can, but I can't set up the devices because none of them have been adopted since it's not being picked up on my network. This one, IP address unknown. I do have the router. It does pick up the router, right? Yeah, it does pick up the router. Ethernet port profiles, network list. What is in my network list? Requires a Unify gateway. Okay, all of this is going to require Unify gateway. I'm starting to realize. Maybe the network, maybe the lab expands sooner than I expected. Okay, honestly, that's fine. We don't need to set up data scrubbing right now because data scrubbing, that's a future me problem. I'll put that in my backlog of things to do and I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, that is all set up. Anyways, what else are we going to do today? Or should I do anything else? I mean, I did want to set up Clonezilla as well as Borg for automated backing up. However, it's already midnight for me. I know this stream has been pretty quick, but I might call it for today because I am still sick, right? My cough is getting a little bit worse. So, yeah. I'm probably going to call it for today. Lux says, so are you going back and forth? What do you mean, am I going back and forth? I don't need the Ubiquity server. I can just run the NAS as a normal NAS and hook it up to everywhere, right? And that should be fine. Yeah, I don't necessarily need the Ubiquity infrastructure. Like the server, the gateway. I don't even need it to connect it to the cloud or anything. I just have this NAS that I can manage directly from the NAS on the network. Cream of crab soup and fried chicken, yummy. That sounds so fucking good right now. I've literally just been eating my meal prep, my basically beef stew that I cooked up a week ago. I've been eating that every single day since. Oh, between personal and Vita. Yeah, I'm gonna be focusing much more on Irma, right? Because that's my main thing. As for Vita, I will be trying to at least get it into a state where it's like easily runnable on NVIDIA hardware. I did check, by the way. I did try out the new ROCm builds for newer versions of PyTorch, and like, oh my god, it fixed it. Also, another thing. This entire time, I've been complaining about the architecture of the framework being GFX 1151, right? But I'm fucking stupid, because that is set by an environment variable that I had set originally in my bash RC to be version 11.5.1. If I had set that version to 11.0.0, then it would have been GFX 1100, and that would have worked with previous Rockin versions, previous PyTorch Rockin version. It would have worked with everything, and I wouldn't have had this issue with fucking GFX 1151 trying to compile everything for it and everything just breaking because of it, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna do some offline experiments to see if I can set up like Unsloth and potentially do some training on my framework. It's probably gonna be dog slow compared to like NVIDIA, but if I can do it and if I can actually use this as my originally intended purpose as a training server, then it's gonna be great. But yeah, that's a personal me thing. It was, of course, I just get back and you're an extreme. Yeah, it is midnight for me, but I hope you feel better. Thank you. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow if my throat isn't dying, and we'll be continuing through the backlog of stuff that I need to finish up for Irma. Anyways, see you all next time. Thanks for watching.